Hi Virgo, this is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a 2023 forecast. Today I'm going to ask Spirit for any fortunes and blessings coming your way. Anything Spirit wants to share with me with what's ahead of you, things to think about, areas of your life they want you to grow in. So stay with me and let's see what 2023 has. I don't know about you, but I can't believe it. I don't know where the years go. They go by so fast. Spirit, I'm here with my Virgos. If you could please share with me any messages of guidance that you have for them, any messages, any good fortunes that you have for them, anything that you see coming their way that you want them to know. I'm listening for you now. I have the Sun. Open your heart to the enormous growth ahead. I love sunflowers. They're the biggest flower in the garden, right? Like I'm growing, I'm bursting, I'm filled with energy, I'm shining. So enormous growth ahead. Maybe it's a big year for you. Let's see where we're headed. I've got a key, a new beginning. Directions and adventures await for those who are ready to let go of the past. So we're all working on letting go of the past. It's not something like that you say, okay, I'm done letting go. It's like a constant, it's a constant when we start to revisit something that's not serving us, we say, no, I don't want to go there. I'm moving on. I've got the new key. Okay. I've got a key to some kind of new beginning, whether it's love, work, my own growth, my own journey, something like that. Let's get one more. Let's see what Spirit says. And I've got a coffin. Natural endings abound. Take care with your health. Now, a coffin doesn't mean that somebody's going to die. It could be just I want you to take better care of yourself, like if you're smoking or drinking or not exercising or not eating healthy, like take better care of yourself, because your body is your vessel, right? So it's just the sense of they want you to be much more aware of your health. Maybe that's the one area of your life that you take for granted. And you're like, you know what? I really should put more effort into this. I really should work harder at this area of my life. But let's see what Spirit has. I've got a Page of Cups trying to jump out of my deck. So we'll take that guy. Spirit, what do you have for my Virgo? What do you have for my Virgo? I have a King of Cups. I have a Star. And I have a Temperance. I have a feeling that this is for those of you looking for new love, waiting for new love. You really could have your dreams coming true right now, because it's the sense of somebody coming into my life, making me feel like I am really loved. You could have this person in your life already, and it has cemented a relationship of, I feel like they're always there for me. I feel like this is an unconditional love. I feel like my dreams are coming true. Like everything is starting to line up. Everything is starting to work out for the better. So I feel pretty balanced with that Temperance also. So maybe I have been working on my personal growth. Maybe I have been working on my health, and it's really, when I do those things, I eliminate stress from my life. I eliminate anxiety from my life. Like things are kind of like more slow and steady is how I feel, like more even keeled is how it came into me. Maybe that's something that some of you are striving for. I just want to have like less ups and downs. They just showed me. So I'm trying to put something behind me with that Five of Swords. I'm trying to work through some feelings that I have about myself is how it's coming into me. My own personal like self-talk. Okay. Like I need to lose 20 pounds and I say it over and over and over again in my head, but I don't do anything about it. Like, is there something in your life that you constantly are saying to yourself that it's an inner battle, that it's an inner struggle, that you don't really say it to anybody else because you're kind of working through it. But is there something that I need to push through that. You may need some time to work through that with the hermit. You may need some time alone. You may need some time to think things through, just come up with, how do I remove these thoughts from my mind once and for all? How do I accept who I am, or accept something that's happened to me? Or how do I, I don't know, let go of that, so that they said, so that I can achieve the next thing that they want me to achieve. Sometimes when we when we get stuck in this energy of, I constantly am thinking of something and I haven't learned the lesson from that thing, it kind of keeps us in an energy of, we keep revisiting it, so that until that lesson is learned, we can't be sent the next lesson. So it's really important. I know we say, release, 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 let go, let go, let go. But the reason why you want to do that is because you want to invite that new cycle in. And we don't know what that new cycle is, other than, I've got all your wishes and dreams are about to come true. Okay. So if you're struggling with things like, I'm trying to let an ex go, I can't get them out of my mind, something like that. Take the time, take the space to heal, recognize your feelings, so that you can truly move on. Okay. Something like that may be going on. You are, look at you, you're bright, you're excited about something, somebody, I think that you do have some new love coming into your life, or new energy, or spark. It could be a relationship that you just are kind of excited about again. It could be that, but I have this feeling of like, I'm either recommitting to somebody, or I'm just getting to know somebody. I want to really see where this goes. So for some of you, it could be literally a new love coming into your life. So that may be part of this growth, and that may be the kind of the key, like this key coming into you, this new beginning. An Empress. Wow. Now that's opening me up to something completely different, because that came into me as, I'm really searching for, I guess, who I am and what is most important to me. I'm really searching for what makes me feel good about myself, what makes me feel safe, is a word that they just gave me. And I'm not talking about safety in a relationship with someone else. I'm talking about my own thoughts, my own feelings, how I love myself. I'm really finding myself. So you have been on some kind of, it could be a spiritual journey. It could be, I want to feel more connected to my feminine energy. I want to be more in control of my feelings. I want to feel more. It could be, I want to experience new things. I want to open up to new things. So there could be lots going on, but it's almost the sense of this male or female, this feminine energy journey that is tapping into caring for others, caring for myself, being aware of all the feelings around me. Okay. Being sensitive to all the feelings around me. Okay. Something like that. But maybe you're on a quest this year to really work on your own kind of growth, your own inner growth, something like that, which would be beautiful. Yeah, an Ace of Swords. Like, I'm going to just focus. And it could be, some of you could be, I just am going to focus on me and feeling good, and that could be part of this page, loving myself. It could be a whole year of self-love, self-growth, spiritual growth, and that's all okay too. So it depends on what it is that you're trying to achieve. But there's a lot of feminine energy. There's a lot of, I don't know, tapping into my heart, tapping into my soul, listening to my soul, identifying what my soul is asking me to do. So Could be spiritual awakening for some of you. Could be, you know, this growth within your spiritual awakening. That would be gorgeous. Let's see what else they have for you. Regret. I know that I cannot change the past. There's that kind of battle within me and that hermit that I'm working through something. Okay. I've got some inner work to do, some shadow work to do, but I'm realizing that I can't regret the past, and I've got to learn to stay in the present. I've got to learn to stay in this Empress energy and loving myself. Okay. So there's lots going on there. Forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. So forgiving others, forgiving myself, giving yourself a break. For some of you, it's almost the sense of spirit says like you're too, excuse me, you're too hard on yourself. The way that you're talking to yourself, or the demands that you're putting on yourself, or the expectations that you're putting on yourself, you know. So maybe this is a year that you literally say, I'm doing the best I can, and as long as I'm doing the best I can, I'm going to be rewarded, you know. So maybe part of the forgiveness is that you don't have to try so hard. You know, maybe you're trying too hard. Some people try too hard. You don't have to sometimes. Friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason, that I'm connecting to my friends. I'm there for my friends. That feeling I had a moment ago of I'm there for others, right? That I'm there emotionally for others, that I'm very much aware of someone else's feelings, not just my own. Okay. I know what I'm feeling because I'm working on it all the time, but I'm very much aware of what somebody else is going through. And I'm very empathetic or sympathetic, or I'm just committed to being there. Okay. Whether it's in a loving relationship, a friendship or family, you know, but it's like I'm much more aware of that connection. And I want to be there for these people because then they're there for me, you know. So that's nice, you know, just this awareness of what do I give? What do I give without expecting anything in return? But what am I giving to these connections? So I don't know. I feel like your feminine energy is I don't know, maybe you want to just commit to, this is the year that I learn all about my feminine energy, and I'm gonna like that, have that be like my year kind of mission. And I'm gonna really work on that and bring more of that into my life and see if I can see how it affects me, see how it changes me. That would be gorgeous. A 5 of Cups, especially if I'm disappointed in some things in my life. Okay. Whether I've been disappointed with people in my life, or I feel like I keep disappointing myself, or I feel like I'm struggling. I want to be able to focus on these 2 cups that are standing, that are filled with hope and love. And you know, it's like, just don't look at the cups that have fallen over. Look at the cups that are still standing, right? So maybe I just want to tap into all that energy this year. Yeah, 4 wands. Now that's coming into me as, you know, things could be going really well for some of you with a commitment. Okay. Maybe the person that I'm with, I do feel really unconditional love. It's really going well. It's growing. We've recommitted to each other. We might even have talks about a future, planning a future. Some of you may even be getting married this year. And it's this overall feeling of, I have so much to be grateful for. Why am I disappointed? Like, I shouldn't be disappointed because I have so much to be grateful for all the time. So a little bit of both, you know, it's like I have these really happy days, and then I have these days that I struggle with. So what I think I want for you is this more of a consistency, more of a, you know, that our emotions aren't as much ebb and flow all the time, that they're more consistent, and maybe tapping into that feminine energy will help teach you how to be more consistent with our emotions. You have a whole world opening up to you. Maybe we do have talks of a future with somebody, okay? I have a whole world, completing a cycle, right? Letting go of some regrets, starting a new cycle. So I don't know. It is a feeling of a celebration. Bottom of the deck, I have the star. So I have dreams of things that I want for myself. I have hopes. Sometimes I feel like I'm pulled away from those with my own thoughts. And I'm wondering, how do I not get pulled away from those hopes and dreams as often, I guess. And that's something maybe that you're working on. And that's something that we're all working on. But there's ways to do it. We can, change how we look at things, and change our mindset, and change our behaviors, change our attitude, listen more, talk less, Spirit just said. That's interesting. So being there for these friends that they had pointed out to me. Okay, so you've got some growth to do, which is a good thing. I love when Spirit, shares with us, okay, I know I need to grow, but what and how? And Spirit's saying they're identified for you, my Virgos, that feminine energy is important to you right now. Whether you're a male or a female, everybody has a masculine and a feminine energy. But this is the year of your feminine energy. And it's a year of you, instead of just saying, I'm learning to self-love. I'm learning to love myself more. I think I love myself. I think I do. But I do a deep dive into that kind of a question. Do I really love myself? Am I really taking care of myself? Am I really doing the best I can for my mind, my body, and my soul? So I feel like I have a deep dive into that question for you this year. I have a blessing from your ancestors. That's beautiful. So your lost loved ones, your ancestors are taking care of you. Your spirit guides in heaven, everybody is watching over you. So that is gorgeous. I have a blessing on your creativity. Tap into some areas of your life. Maybe part of this self-growth this year, this feminine growth is creative for you. Okay, maybe it's learning some spiritual modalities, tarot cards, crystals, journaling. Maybe it's opening yourself up to, the art world or the music world, or, finding something within yourself that you think this is something that I would like to do. It makes me feel good about myself. I'm growing, I'm learning, and it's just for me. I always love it's just for me. Okay. So let's see, a blessing on creativity and a blessing to find your way. Yeah, this sense of, you can see she's kind of crawling, right? And I want to stand tall. So it's not the sense of like you're always crawling. It's this sense of there's just some areas of my life that I struggle with, and we all do. Okay. There's this sense of, I want this one area of my life. It could be your health. It could be your weight. It could be that you're struggling with, anxiety. I can't give, or, I want to have less stress in my life, but I don't know how to have less stress in my life. I don't know how to not worry, right? So that's an area that Spirit's saying, we're going to help you find your way. We're going to help you find the path to feeling better in that area of your life. So whatever it is that you struggle with, okay? A blessing for unity where once there was division, okay? If you're struggling, I love the third eye on her too. Your intuition is going to tell you how to bring people together. It could be family members that aren't talking right now. It could be friendships that have gone astray, that you're reunited with those friends and you are empathetic to the situation and you're able to bring people together, or you're able to ask forgiveness or give forgiveness, so maybe there's something there that your intuition says, because my soul is saying I can't leave it the way it is, I have to reach out to this person. We have to talk. A blessing for peace of mind. I would say overall, my Virgos, that is something that you probably are really working on, working towards. That I want this to be a year that my peace of mind is more stable, that my peace of mind is more secure, something like that. That I have that temperance, that I have that balance in my life. Maybe that's something that you really struggle with, is I want to feel more balanced. I get pulled in 1,000 different directions. I'm juggling too many things. I have too many people pulling at me, and I just have to figure out a way to feel like I have my life is a little bit more controlled, and more controlled by me, Spirit just said. Page of Cups. You do have some new feelings coming in with that page. It could be a new romance. I have a magician. Okay. Five of Cups. And I have a Four of Swords. Okay, so the Five of Cups, the Four of Swords, the sense of I've had to, process something. I'm going to say it that way. Maybe somebody has disappointed me. Maybe somebody has upset me. Maybe I'm working through some old feelings, some old resentments. But I do feel like once I get through them, I feel like I have a renewal feeling, that I they're using the word secure again. It could be your own security. It could be, sometimes when somebody disappoints us or knocks us down, it does give us a sense of like what's wrong with us. And then we kind of back away from that situation. We give it some thought, and we regain our own confidence. We regain our own strength, and we are able to put it in perspective for what it is. Okay. The other thing that's going on is this sense of a magician, like these magical moments that are coming in, whether it's I have incredible feelings for somebody, something new is opening up in me. Let's just put this into the category of you working on your feminine energy, you working on your self-love this year. And it's like, I feel amazing about myself. I'm figuring out how to love myself more. I've got all the tools that I need, right? I've got everything that I need to make myself feel amazing, to live the life that I want to live the dream that I want to dream, and everything I have is at my disposal with that magician. Like if anybody can make their life happy, joyful, free, it's me, right? It's you. So it's a sense of I can do it all. I can do it all. So right now, my Virgos, I think the biggest thing that's helping me with your reading right now, heading into the new year, we do have some good news. I will say that. I think that we have some good things coming. We have a lot of personal growth, a ton of personal growth. We have the sense of, I now have a formula for what if I work on these things, that Spirit is almost promising me this joy and happiness that I want. Okay. And whatever that one area of your life is that you do have a tendency to struggle with, that Spirit is giving you the tools to learn and to push through, so that confidence comes in, and that I believe in myself, and no one is ever going to knock me down. And I just feel a lot. I'm going to say it this way: from where you are today to where you'll be in a year from now, you're going to be a different person. You're going to be stronger. You're going to be more grounded. You're going to feel safe for some reason. You're going to feel like you're in complete control of your emotions. So you've got some amazing growth ahead of you, and maybe it's what you need, and you're saying, you know what, I'm going to work really hard at this. Some people commit to losing 30 pounds this year, and that's all they focus on for the year. You may commit to, I want to work on my personal nurturing. Okay. I want to work on loving myself more. And that's part of my day every day. Okay. And then all these amazing things start to happen around that. Okay. Everything else starts to fall in place because of that. So my Virgos, I think you're going to have an amazing year. I think you're going to have an amazing year. I think your energy is going to shift. I think you're going to feel great about yourself. And I think you're going to look back and say, this was probably the biggest year ever for me personally. Okay. Something like that. Okay. This is all about you, not necessarily a relationship with somebody else or, this is all about you and you alone. So there's an incredible sense of this is the year I change, something like that. This is the year I change something about myself that I've been wanting to for a long time. And it just opens up this whole new world, going all the way back to that key in the beginning. What if that key is a door to your future, right? What if that key is a door to spirit showing you what you truly are capable of? So I'm excited. I'm excited to see how far you go on this journey. How beautiful. I want to thank Spirit for this reading today. If you're new to my channel, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, go to my website, KathyMamolen, psychicmedium.com.